Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Codebase. So in today's video we are going to discuss about another software model, that is V model. So V model is also referred to as the verification and validation model. In this, each phase of the SDLC, that is software development life cycle, must complete before the next phase starts. It follows a sequential design process same as the waterfall model, and testing of the device is planned in parallel with a corresponding stage of development. So it contains two phases. First is verification and next is validation. Verification, like, it involves a static analysis method done without executing code. It is the process of evaluation of the product development process to find whether specified requirements meet. And validation, it involves the functional and non-functional dynamic analysis method. Testing is done by executing the code. So V model contains verification phase on one side of the, like, this is the V model, and it contains verification phase on one side of the model and the validation phase on the other side. And verification and validation process is joined by a coding phase. So they are joined by a coding phase in V shape, thus it is known as V model. So along with the developer's life cycle, tester's life cycle is in parallel. Like, when business requirement specification is done, then acceptance testing is done in parallel. When system requirement specification is done, then system integration testing is done. When high level design is done, then component testing is done, and the low level design is done, then unit testing is done, and these phases are joined by the coding. So various phases of verification phase are business requirement analysis. So this is the first step where product requirements understood from the customer side. Next is system design. In this stage, system engineer analyze and interpret the business of the proposed system by studying the user requirements document, that is the SRS. Next is architecture design. The baseline in selecting the architecture is that it should understand all, which typically consist of the list of modules, briefly functionality of each module, their interface relationships, dependencies, and all the things. Next is module design. In module design phase, the system breaks down into small modules. The detailed design of the modules is specified, which is known as low level design. And at last, we have coding phase, that is after designing, coding phase is started, and based on the requirements, a suitable programming language is decided, and there are some guidelines and standards for coding. Before checking in the repository, the final build is optimized for better performance, and the code goes through many code reviews to check the performance. Next, let's discuss about various phases of validation phase. Unit testing. Unit testing, like in V model, unit test plans are developed during the module design phase, and these, like, unit test plans are executed to eliminate errors at code level or unit level. A unit is the smallest entity which can independently exist. For example, a program module. Like, unit testing verifies the smallest entity can function correctly when isolated from the rest of the code or units. Next, we have integration testing. So, integration test plans are developed during the architectural design phase, and these tests verify that groups created and tested independently and can coexist and communicate among themselves. Next, we have system design. So, system test plans are developed during the system design phase, and unlike unit and integration test plans, system test plans are composed by the client's business team, and system test ensures that expectations from an application developer are met. And lastly, we have acceptance testing. Acceptance testing is related to the business requirement analysis part, and it includes testing the software product in user atmosphere. And acceptance testing reveals the compatibility problems with different systems which is available within the user atmosphere. And next, let's discuss about like when to use V model. So when the requirements is well defined and not ambiguous, the V-shaped model should be used for small to medium sized projects when requirements are clearly defined and fixed. And the V-shaped model should be chosen when sample technical resources are available with essential technical expertise. Next, advantages of using V model are like it is easy to understand. Testing methods like planning, test designing happens well before coding. This saves a lot of time, hence a higher chances of success over the waterfall model as the testing is done parallelly, avoids the downward flow of the defects, and works well for small plans when requirements are easily understood. And the disadvantages could be very rigid and least flexible, not good for a complex project. Software is developed during the implementation stage, so no early prototypes of the software are produced. And if the changes happen in the midway, then the test documents along with the required documents has to be updated. So this is what V model is. In the next video we will discuss about the incremental model. Till then, do like this video and subscribe my channel. Thank you.